Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 1, 2. Had some audio trouble last time. If someone could give us a thumbs up out there if they can hear the audio on this feed, that would be great. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Check audio. Checking out our audio sound here just to make sure we've got our feed going for game number 4 here in our preseason jamboree, as the Rivermen and the Northwest Voyageurs have taken the ice here for the pregame warm-up. Check 1, 2. Good evening and welcome to Game 4 here of the preseason jamboree for the U15 AAA Big Rigs Rivermen as they are getting set to take on the Northwest Voyageurs from up in the Woodstock, Perth Andover, Edmonton area. Both these franchises new to the New Brunswick U15 AAA League this winter. And the Rivermen will start with Josh Stewart. He'll have Tristan Roy on his left side, Caleb LeBlanc on his right side. Back on the point, Jack Quartz and Dallas Hamilton. Hamilton puts it off the boards. Back for Stewart in pursuit here. Right in the slot. Shot turned away. Good quick chance there for the Rivermen. Hamilton shot. LeBlanc is under pressure there. Up the wall now comes Boulay. Good shift to start things off for the Rivermen. Some offensive zone time here against the Voyageurs. That goes off. Here come the Voyageurs. Up the right side here, this is Daigle. Daigle's shot well wide of the target. Up the far side, that's Caleb LeBlanc. Now LeBlanc stick tied up. He wasn't able to move it up the wall. Over here now, Tristan Roy. Roy manages to chip it out into the neutral zone. Back to gather it up is Quirion. Quirion throws it back cross ice for Roost. Quartz can't handle that. Now here comes the Voyageurs. Stewart has it. Stewart throws it to the right side there for shot. Nice glove save. Laying on the line, and it did not make it over that line. Goalie got a piece of it, and it rolled in behind him. Stewart now flips it up to the center ice area, and he'll head off on a change. In on the forecheck. That's Cooper Montrose, wearing number 12 this afternoon. Been hard to keep track of numbers here as they've been putting guys in and out of the lineup all weekend, have the Rivermen, so numbers have been changing on a regular basis. That's Francis Bass, wearing number 4 in there on the forecheck. Bass. He's got Montrose in there with him, battling. Montrose comes away with it. Hatch, that was Chasson out front, fanned on the shot. There's Sullivan with a hard shot from the point. Doesn't make its way through, though. Montrose battling along the far side now with Paul. Up come the Voyageurs. That's number 9. Shot saved there by Benoit. Madeline Benoit in the crease again here for the Rivermen to start this one. Backhand save. Nice save there by Benoit. She flashed the glove and grabbed and held on. We'll get a face-off to the glove side of goalie Madeline Benoit. Face-off controlled here. Back to Nadeau. Nadeau, big defenseman, fired that one up over the target. Shannon bumps his man over on the far wall. Cross ice. Shannon, dangerous there in front of the net. Lost the handle on it, and the Voyageurs got a good opportunity. Now away goes. That's Bass, I believe. Or correction, that's Hugo St. Pierre. Again, hard time keeping track of these names as they change jersey numbers game after game. Here's Gagnon. Gagnon, shot off the crossbar. Gagnon snapped a hard shot. Beat Benoit up over the glove, but didn't beat the crossbar. I believe the goalies say they had the angle played perfect on those situations. And that'll bring a face-off now to the blocker side. Stewart out there with Roy and Caleb LeBlanc. Tristan Roy will chip that ahead. Loses the handle on it. That shot well over the glass, hits the glass on the far side. LeBlanc Tried to get it out, but held in at the line there by Cormier. Hamilton battling on the far side. Here's LeBlanc now in a foot race, trying to get it out. Held in, though, at the blue line by Cormier again. Here's Jack Courts. Jack Courts looks up ice, tries to hit Stewart. That passes behind him, ends up on the stick of Cormier, who will just chip it into Rivermen territory. No icing on the play. Back to get it is Roy. Roy heads up ice now. Here's Josh Stewart. Josh Stewart will get to the red line, dump it in. LeBlanc behind the net. Stewart turns, spins off the side of the net. Out in the slot area, LeBlanc can't get a shot away as Roy threw that out into the crease area. Big bump there by Sullivan as he knocked his man up against the wall. That puck will go, no icing. Sullivan picks it up and heads up ice. Here comes Daniel Sullivan now on the rush. Sullivan, he'll just dump it in and he'll follow it. Rolls out into the crease area. And it's picked up there by Roost. Roost through the neutral zone. Here's Montrose now trying to pursue that one, and the Voyageurs will dump it in. 9:50 to go in the opening period. No score here at the Willie O'Ree Center in Fredericton. Cross ice just out of the reach of Bass. Francis Bass out there. He's got Pierce Brophy on his right side. That pass too hard for Nadeau to handle, and we'll get an icing call. Officials having a discussion here, not sure what the discussion's about. Faceoff's going to come to center ice for some reason. That's Cole McCormick taking the draw there. McCormick's got Shannon and Hashi on his wings. Back to get it is Quincy Cameron. Cameron will throw it along the wall. Chasson will let that one go where Nadeau will fire it toward goalie Benoit, and she'll hold on for a face-off. 9:11 to go in period number one. No score here between the Northern Rivermen and the Northwest Voyageurs. Face-off controlled by the Voyageurs. They'll rim it around to the far side where Cormier will make his way in. Thrown into the slot. Good defensive play there by Cameron as he got in the way of that one. Shannon throws cross ice here for Chasson. Alexis Chasson in on the forecheck. Nice move there by Levesque to sidestep the forecheck. Now away come the Voyageurs. One-on-one here. St. Pierre. St. Pierre, good job to keep his man to the outside. Good defensive play there by St. Pierre. That puck drifts out into the neutral zone area, so back to gather it up is Levesque. Levesque throws it out here to cross ice to Cormier. Cormier will just dump it in. Back to get it. That's Courts. Courts now going to go for a bit of a skate. He'll throw it through the neutral zone to Stewart. Stewart beats one defender. Good job there by Quirion. And there'll be a cross-checking call here on number 2, Josh Stewart. 2 minutes on the cross-check. Tristan Roy and Caleb LeBlanc up front. Courts gets a stick on that one and tries to fire it down, but it's knocked down there by Adams. Cohen Adams now backhanded out the slot, batting away at it in the crease area. And the Rivermen will clear traffic in front of goalie Benoit. 7:52 to go in period number 1. No score here between the Voyageurs and the Rivermen. Puck bounces over the stick of Roos. Roos goes D to D to his partner, Quirion. Here's Adams now. Cohen Adams along the wall, works his way out. Puck knocked off his stick there by Courts. Roos works his way in from his defensive position. Adams shot wide of the target. Back to the point. Here's Roy. Had a bit of a break. Could have been a hold there as Tristan Roy was trying to break free of the Voyageur defender. Here's Roos now. Roos on the rush. Puts the brakes on at the half wall. Cross ice. That's Thibault on the far side. Thibault shot knocked down there by Benoit. High off the glass and around. Nice favorable bounce there for the Rivermen as it makes its way out into the neutral zone. 1 minute left here in the penalty to Stewart. Here's Boulay now. Boulay works his way in through to the top of the circles. Good job there by the Rivermen to collapse on him. And the puck is fired the length of the ice. Now up ice comes Patterson. Patterson sidesteps the forecheck of... That's Sokobi. Braylon Sokobi wearing number 7 for the Rivermen. Cooper Montrose in. 25 seconds left here in the Voyageurs power play. Up the wall, cross ice, nobody there. As Daigle threw it cross ice, but there was nobody there. That one goes into the Rivermen bench as defenseman Kai Good fired that one high and into the bench. Face-off will come to the blocker side of goalie Madeleine Benoit. 11 seconds left in the penalty to Stewart. Montrose to take the draw. One there by the Voyageurs. Right out in the slot. Good job out front, tying up that stick. Loose puck, and Benoit slides over and will hold on. 5 seconds left here in the power play. Another face-off here. The Rivermen can win another draw. They could kill off this penalty. Montrose set to take the draw. Controlled here by Daigle. Back to the point. Kicked out. Rebound. Right there. So Basque will take the draw here for the Rivermen. Basque has Montrose. Good play there by Montrose to swat that one away. Hold it in here along the wall. Still in. Here's Bass now. Bass works his way in. Bass. Puck knocked off his stick though as he had, I think that was Sokobi on his right side. And that'll be called on a hand pass. Bring the face off outside the Rivermen blue line. Bass will take the draw with Sokobi on his right side. Montrose on the left side. Quincy Cameron and Hugo St. Pierre on the blue line. Here's Gagnon. Gagnon fires from a sharp angle. That's wide of the target. Basque, he's rubbed out of the play as he chips it ahead. Down into Voyageur territory. Voyageurs, that one goes up into the Rivermen bench. As Gagnon was just trying to chip it in to avoid the icing call and ended up in the Rivermen bench. Face-off will come outside the Voyageur blue line. Here's Cole McCormick taking the draw. Roos puts it up along the wall. Good forecheck there by Pierce Brophy. Shannon up there with him. Shannon rubs his man along the wall. Picked up now by Cohen Adams. Cohen Adams. Adams will run out of room as him and Cameron collide at the blue line. 2-on-1 developing here. Good play by St. Pierre to break that up. Shannon will just wrap it off the wall in front of the Rivermen bench. Here's McCormick. Now McCormick tried to pull that one through to himself. And that one's floated ahead here for Boulay. Boulay has the puck stripped off his stick. Brophy will throw that up ahead for McCormick. McCormick will dump it in and get in on the forecheck. Here's Courts now. Courts, cross ice for Hamilton. Hamilton up the wall. Chasson had his stick tied up, couldn't play it. Referee waved off the icing call. Bouncing puck. Here's Tristan Roy now. Roy, he's got Stewart. Shot. Rebound. No rebound there. Good job there by, I believe that's Max Michaud in the crease for the Voyageurs. Stewart, Roy, and LeBlanc. Referee dropped that one. Shot ended up going. Courts pinches along the wall, can't hold it in though. Here it is out in the neutral zone. Bouncing puck by Courts. He'll get it to it first though. Courts now pulls it back. Here to Roy. Roy banks it off the wall. Stewart chips that ahead now, tries to get it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc takes possession. Here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc tries to throw it toward the goal. That's intercepted there by Cormier. Thrown dangerously out through the blue paint there. Cormier now under pressure. He's rubbed out there, but he'll manage to make that outlet pass to Daigle. Here comes Daigle. Daigle down the right side. Nice play by Hamilton to steer him to the corner. Roy holding that hand. Looks to be in some pain over there. Tristan Roy. Loose puck. Teams battle along the wall. Here comes Stewart with it now. Stewart has it. Knocked off his stick there by Desjardins. Kicked away there by Benoit. Here comes LeBlanc. LeBlanc will chip it ahead. No penalty. Looked like feet were pulled out from underneath him. Penalty coming up here. Going to be Sullivan. Going to go on the trip, I believe. Slash is the call. That's Daniel Sullivan. He'll be going off on a slashing call. 2:04 left to play in period number 1. No score. Montrose out there with Alexis Chasson up front. Controlled by the Voyageurs. Montrose tries to kick it ahead and banks it. Doesn't make its way out though. Looked like it was going to clear the zone, but it didn't. Shot. Loose puck. Benoit comes across with the pad. Nice save there by Benoit. Cameron now trying to find a lane to get that out. Held in at the blue line. Montrose spins, turns, and finally Rivermen will send that down into Voyageur territory. Chasson in on the forecheck. Up the wall here. Through the neutral zone. That is overskated there by the Voyageurs. That's Nadeau now. Nadeau throws it across. Good play there by Chasson. Chasson working hard in on the forecheck. Got to work to get back now. Here comes Roost. Roost tries to drop it. Shot. Benoit doesn't see it underneath. Didn't see the puck underneath her, and when she went to kick across to the far side, puck ended up knocking it into her own net. Bad luck there as Benoit made the initial save. And when the rebound laid in the crease area, ended up getting redirected into her own goal. So with a minute left, the Voyageurs get on the board first. 1-0 lead here for the Northwest Voyageurs. Referee blows that down. Wanted to push the two players nearest here out of that circle. Bass tries to chip it into Rivermen territory. Here's Shannon. Now Shannon, shot just up over the crossbar there. Shannon got good lumber on that one. Bass now works his way out. Bass tried to get it in the slot area. That's through the blue paint. 40 seconds left to play here in the first period. Now here comes Boulay. Boulay with a head of steam. Boulay, Courts tries to keep him outside. Shannon bumps his man along the wall. Cross ice, Courts gets a skate on that, walks in, fans on it. That was Thibault on the back door and fired it right through the crease. Looked like he had an open net there. Some good luck for the Rivermen. Shannon sends Boulay to the ice. Here's Courts now. Courts, that's out of the reach of Shannon. And that will do it for the opening period. So we've got a period in the books here. Voyageurs with a 1-0 lead. So this will be the final game of the weekend for both of these teams, but final game for the Rivermen as the coaching staff will then have to make the decisions of who will be on the squad for this year. Rivermen carrying 7 extra bodies here this weekend. And I believe the Voyageurs lineup has been set now for the past week or so. So they were here without any extra skaters. One of our goaltenders sustained a bit of an injury this morning. Mikko Robichaud out of the lineup here all day today as Mikko had a finger injury, so he'll be out for a week or two here until he gets that looked after and healed back up. Now here come the Rivermen back out. Start the second period with the same way they started the game. Stewart, LeBlanc, and Roy up front. Kai Good and Daniel Sullivan on the back end. Face-off controlled, and here come the Voyageurs. Good job by Good to pinch his man out of room there. Here comes Tristan Roy now. Tristan Roy heading up ice. Still on his stick. Roy had a couple of men ahead of him, didn't move the puck, and his two wingers went offside. Coach is talking to Roy about, I'm sure talking to him about getting that puck moved up the ice quickly. Good play there is Good, got a stick in, no call. Here's Caleb LeBlanc now. Caleb LeBlanc, he's got Stewart on his left. Stewart tried to knock it down out of the air as he was tied up there by Levesque. Stewart puts the brakes on, turns, fires, gloved, knocked down, and laid in the crease area where Michaud covers it up. And that'll bring a face-off to the glove side of Michaud. Stewart, Montrose, and LeBlanc. Back end, we've got Hugo St. Pierre and Quincy Cameron. Stewart wins it back to Cameron. Cameron just throws it into the corner. Out in the slot area. Tried to bang it in from the short side was Stewart. No room there as Michaud closed that down. Here's Courts now, or it's correction, that's Montrose on the far side. Caleb LeBlanc in on the forecheck. That'll go cross ice for Roost. Roost up ice now. Chips it ahead. Knocked down there by Cameron. Cameron will bump his man along the wall. Knocked down by Stewart. Stewart chips it ahead there for LeBlanc. LeBlanc's got some room. Here's Caleb LeBlanc breaking down that right side. LeBlanc, backhand. Oh, and he just had Michaud going to the other direction. And Caleb LeBlanc couldn't get that shot off. Stewart now working. Shot. Scores! Michaud got a piece of it with the glove, but it ended up in the back of the net as Stewart fired a wrist shot above the glove side of goalie Michaud. That'll square things up at 1 here with 13:27 to play in period number 2. Bass, Brophy, and McCormick out there for the Rivermen. Face off, tied up. Bass sent to the ice there by Boulay. Back to get it now. That's Hamilton. He banks it up the wall. Nadeau, cross ice for Adams. Adams busts in down the left side, throws it toward the goal. Good job by Benoit to knife that one up into the netting. We'll get a face-off to the blocker side here of Benoit. 13:11 to go in period number 2. Teams deadlocked at 1 here in the 4th and final game of this preseason jamboree for both of these teams. Here's Adams knifing his way in through the slot, picked up there now by McCormick. McCormick has it on the backhand. He's knocked to the ice there by Adams. Back to gather it in is Nadeau. Nadeau loses a handle on it. He's going to have to reverse that back. Good forecheck there by McCormick. Up the wall to Adams. Adams one touch to Boulay. Boulay trying to get outside. Shot kicked away there by Benoit. She kicked out the right leg. That was Patterson on the backhand. Hamilton fanned on it right in the slot, and Boulay. Hamilton went to clear it out the far side and fanned on it, and it ended up right on the stick of the Voyageurs at the top of the blue paint. Looked like Benoit got the first one, but a couple of swipes after that, and the Voyageurs were able to put it over the red line. So with 12:24 to go in period number 2, Voyageurs back in the lead here with a 2-1 lead. Tristan Roy to take the draw. Picked up there by Sakobi. Sakobi to Roy. Roy. Nice try there as he tried to throw it cross crease. Nobody able to get a stick on it. Comes out and Roy has the handle on it here. Roy back to Kai Good, fires it wide of the target on the short side. That was Chasson. He's bumped out of the play. That was Pignot. Banked it ahead. Sullivan back there where he'll get a backhand on it. Kai Good now turns and fires it back to goaltender Benoit. I think he was trying to fire that one behind his own net, but ended up on goal. So Benoit gathered it in and holds on for a face-off. Rivermen will change up the blue line here with St. Pierre and Cameron coming out. Roy to take the draw. Roy wins it clean to St. Pierre. Hugo St. Pierre sets it up, tries to throw it around the wall to Sakobi on the far side. St. Pierre there bumps his man. Puck out in the slot here. Here's Tristan Roy. Roy now he's going to break up ice. He's got a couple of Voyageurs to beat. He puts on the brakes. Little delay, gets caught in the referee. Roy will circle it back along the half wall. That Chasson will bump his man there. Cameron pinching in. Now we got a 2-on-1 developing here. Shot there, that was Desjardins. Roy putting some pressure on at the blue line. That's Roost. Thrown into the crease area. Voyageurs with a second chance at it. That's Gagnon. Gagnon back to the point. Shot. Deflected. Cameron does a good job to clear that out of the paint area. That's Roost. Pressure there by Roy. Knocked down in the slot, wide of the target. Benoit slides back into position. Benoit gets the paddle down on that one. Here goes Tristan Roy. Roy. Benoit comes out to play that one. Shot. Benoit hold on to that one as the Rivermen clear traffic in front of Benoit. That was Thibault waiting at the top of the doorstep. Stewart here to take the draw. He'll win it back where Courts will gather it up. Courts to up the wing. That's Shannon. Courts throws it ahead. Stewart now trying to get outside. He banks it ahead. Comes in here on the right side. Shot. And Michaud closes that down on the short side. $9:59 to go in period number 2. Voyageurs with a 2-1 lead here over the Rivermen. Shannon, shot off the blocker of Michaud. Shannon still has it, throws it through the crease, nobody there for the Rivermen. Rivermen got to get back hard. Here comes Cohen Adams. Adams has Thibault with him. Thibault stays onside. Stewart up through the middle. Stewart will get out here on the right side. He has Montrose with him, tries to throw it out through the neutral zone. Picked up, shot there by Hamilton. Knocked down Cooper Montrose. Shot! Tipped in front there by the Voyager defender. Good job by Montrose battling along the wall. Now away goes Boulay. Boulay sidesteps Kai Good. Boulay coming in all alone. Boulay, shot, scores. So the Voyageurs now out to a 3-1 lead here over the Rivermen. McCormick bumps his man along the far wall. Puck battle over there. That's Sullivan, and Bask will join in. That's knocked down. Puck still scrambling here in front of the Rivermen goal. Bass bumps his man. Bass going to get a penalty. Not sure how Bass would even get the shoulder up high enough to get someone in the head, but the referee said it was head contact. So the Rivermen will 4-minute call here. Four-minute penalty to Bass on the head contact. Benoit backs that one to the corner. Out to the top of the circle. Cross ice. Shot kicked away by Benoit. Laying in the paint area. Benoit still battling for it. That's the puck laid there. That's Theriault with a couple of good chances. Caleb LeBlanc will send it the length of the ice and relieve the pressure with 3:28 left to go in the penalty to Basque. Here's Levesque now. Levesque slowly works his way through the neutral zone. Still has it on his stick. Levesque goes off the skate of Gagnon. That ends up at the blue line though, but it's held in by Desjardins. Cameron spins, fires, sends that the length of the ice. 2:55 left two Rivermen up on the forecheck. Here's McCormick now. Shot too high up over the crossbar. Another shot there wide of the goal. As the Rivermen with a couple of chances here on the penalty kill. Hamilton holds it in at the blue line. Here's Boulay again now. Boulay with speed. Boulay. Good job by Benoit. Boulay had got to the outside. Good job by Courts to keep him wide. And Benoit gathered it in. 6:59 to go in the second period. 3-1 lead here for the Voyageurs. Tristan Roy to take the draw. Roy wins it. Cross through the crease. And it's picked up there by Roy, and he will find a lane and send it the length of the ice. Eat some more seconds off of the penalty to Bass. 2:13 left in the penalty. Bass off for 4 minutes for head contact. Boulay jumps it ahead there for Adams. Adams now with it. Adams puts on the brakes, throws it back to the point. Here's Boulay. Boulay works out to the center of the ice. Boulay flips that over the stick of, and good play by Hamilton as he sends that the length of the ice. That's Brophy and Roy out there. Adams now. Adams, he'll bank it in behind. And Sullivan will be going off. See what the call is here, whether they go with boarding. Two minutes for boarding to Daniel Sullivan. So the Rivermen will be down 2 men here. 5-on-3. Ty Good tries to get a stick on it, and Hugo St. Pierre will get a stick on it and send that the length of the ice. 1:13 left in the penalty to Bass. Up comes Nadeau. Nadeau under pressure there by Roy. Nice play by Good to run his man into the boards. Tristan Roy now, he'll flip it, and that'll clear the zone. Good job by Tristan Roy. Trying to kill off the 5-on-3 here. 5:23 to go in period number 2. Voyageurs with a 3-1 lead over the Rivermen. That's Daigle now. Daigle drops that for Liam Paul. Tristan Roy with it again. Roy turns, fires off the leg of one of the Voyageur defenders. Cross ice now to Nadeau. Shot. And Benoit makes the save. 27 seconds left in the penalty to Basque. Stewart, Courts, and Hamilton out here now. Try and kill off the final 27 seconds here. In the first penalty, that is. Face-off, controlled. Back to the point by the Voyageurs. Cross ice here now. Back through a shot blocker save there by Benoit. Courts tries to get a backhand away. And good play by Hamilton to find a lane. That should kill off the first penalty to Basque. 3 seconds left here. And up ice, there's Chasson. Chasson hammers it back in. Back together. That was Cormier. Cormier back on the stick of Cormier now. He works his way over the red line into Rivermen territory. Courts bumps him. That's banked. There's going to be a foot race now. Stewart in, trying to lean in, gets it to his foot. Good play there by the Voyageur defender, though. And that's dumped in. Two Rivermen converge on Levesque. Montrose throws it off the wall. Rivermen finally back to 5-on-5. That's thrown hard off the wall where Quirion gathers it in. That's Chasson bumping his man. Flipped out, Roost will knock it down. Has to spin and wait for the Voyageurs to get onside. St. Pierre tried to bump his man. Puck laying in the crease. Back to the point to Roost. Roost shot blocked there by Montrose. Montrose, he's got Chasson on his right side. And Roost does a good job to chase him down. Gets that ahead for Thibault. Thibault sidesteps. Blocker save. So back on the penalty kill go the Rivermen here as St. Pierre called on the trip. Patterson goes cross ice. Kicked away there by Madeleine Benoit. 2:36 to go in period number 2. Voyageurs with a 3-1 lead here on the power play. Here comes Cohen Adams. Adams has Boulay on his left side. Boulay works his way to the slot. Boulay still has it. Shot. That's kicked away by Benoit. Adams with it. Adams throws it back to the point to Nadeau. Nadeau's low shot. And that's chipped, and that'll bounce over the stick of Nadeau. Here's Caleb LeBlanc. LeBlanc throws it cross crease. He's in forechecking here on the penalty kill, eating valuable seconds though. LeBlanc hit hard by Adams. Here comes Boulay. Boulay, he's rubbed out there by Sullivan. Shot through the crease. And the Riverman, Kai Good, will send that the length of the ice. Riverman trying to make changes. Shannon heads to the bench. Here comes Levesque. Levesque works his way over the Riverman blue line. 42 seconds left in the penalty to St. Pierre. Backhanded around behind the Riverman goal where it's picked up there by Daigle. Good defensive play there by Good to get a stick on that one. Riverman can't clear the zone though. Cross ice. Cormier. That shot gathered in and Benoit will hold on for a face-off. So Basque and Sokobi, Hamilton and Courts on the back end to try and kill off the final 16 seconds of this penalty. Good play there to shovel it out into the neutral zone by Basque. We're into the final minute of play in period number 2. In on the forecheck was Sokobi. Here comes Noah Cormier. He looks up ice. That's in the skates of Paul. Picked up now by Levesque. Levesque, he's still has it on a stick. Levesque's shot saved by Benoit. Flipped ahead, and here goes Basque. Basque, he's going to be chased down though as a couple of Voyageurs caught Basque. Now here comes Levesque. Final 20 seconds. Levesque will just dump it in, head off on a change. Benoit sets it up for Hamilton. Hamilton up the wall here for, that's Brophy. Brophy. Bass is bumped along the wall. Back to get it will be Courts, and he'll just bat it up the wall along in front of the bench, and that'll end period number 2. So after 2 periods of play, Northwest Voyageurs with a 3-1 lead here over the Northern Rivermen. So we'll break away from the action here as the Zamboni will be out to clean the ice. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. So we're just about set to drop the puck here on the final 20 minutes of this preseason action. Voyageurs with a 3-1 lead here over the Rivermen, heading to the final frame. Benoit still in the crease. Down at the far end, we now have St. Pierre in goal. I believe he played the second period as well. Stewart to take the draw here against Desjardins. Desjardins wins it back there for Cormier. And back to get it is Stewart. Stewart throws it there. Overskates it though. And now up the ice here comes Thibault. Thibault. Wide. Blocker save there by Stewart. Loses the handle at the top of the circle. Here's Boulay now. Boulay backhand off the mask of Benoit. It's in the slot there where Montrose will take over. Here comes Caleb LeBlanc. LeBlanc trying to get outside. LeBlanc down that right side. Kicked out the leg there by St. Pierre. Nice save. Tristan Roy takes over. Roy run out of room. Manages to get it back on his stick though. Here's Roy. Gains his own. It's hooked from behind. No call. Out in the slot area. Backhand by Montrose. Roy knocked to the ice there by Nadeau. Here's Boulay now. Boulay out wide to the right side. Good play there by Sullivan to keep him outside. Cross ice to Shannon. Shannon just tried to chip it out, but it's held in there by Pino. Benoit gets the paddle down, and the whistle goes. As the referee had lost sight of that one. 17:52 to go in period number 3. Voyageurs with a 3-1 lead. That's Paul to take the draw here against Roy. One back to the point where Cormier will just rim it in behind goalie Benoit. St. Pierre puts it up the wall here to Montrose. Montrose cross ice for Shannon. Shannon kicks it ahead to himself. Shannon run out of room there along the wall, but Roy follows it up. Tristan Roy now. Tristan Roy sidesteps, one check. Loses the handle on it at the top of the circle there as Nadeau knocks him off the puck. Back to get it is St. Pierre. St. Pierre rims it around here for Cameron. Cameron puts it up the wall. Nobody there for the Rivermen. Held in at the blue line. Cameron puts that on the stick of Montrose. Montrose. Roy now has it. Roy gains the blue line. Tristan Roy can't get by Roost. Roy tries to cycle it back to Montrose. Held in here by Courts. Courts backhands one. Pushed away by St. Pierre. Shannon in for checking. Here's Montrose now. Montrose turns, fires. That's into the feet. Shannon trying to get a shot off. Shannon shot, score! Caleb Shannon at the top of that circle turns, spins, and fires and beat St. Pierre clean over that blocker side. Nice shot there by Shannon. Good job by the Rivermen to keep it into Voyageur territory. 3-2 game here now with lots of time to go here. 16:34 to play in period number 3. Good shift there for the Rivermen. No icing as that went by one of the defenders. Here's Courts now. Courts will work it up the wall. Held in there. Benoit will gather that one in. Shot there by Cormier. That's Hamilton. Hamilton, good edge work, puts on the brakes, throws it up the wall. Hamilton will cycle it back now to Jack Courts. Here comes Jack Courts. Courts looks up ice. Still has it on his stick, gets it ahead to Bass. Bass, Chasson trying to stay on side on the far side. He does. Hamilton bumped along the wall there in front of the Voyageurs bench. Here's Gagnon down that left side. Gagnon puts on the brakes. Hamilton contains him Nice play there. Here comes Bass. Bass has Brophy with him. Here's Brophy just out of his reach as Bass tried to feather one across to Pierce Brophy. Cormier throws it up the wall here where Thibault will pick it up. Thibault, backhand, cross ice for Boulay. Boulay, puck knocked off his stick at the blue line. Thibault shot wide of the goal. Levesque rims it around, and that one will go out of play. Rivermen make changes, 15-14 to play in period number 3. Voyageurs with that 1-goal lead here as Calum Shannon cut the 2-goal deficit in half with a nice shot from the slot area. Stewart to take the draw here against Boulay. Boulay wins it back to Nadeau. Nadeau fumbles the puck. Almost sprung Cameron, put it into the side of his own net, thrown back to the point here. Rimmed around to the far side. Cameron will get a stick on it. Boulay in the slot to Adams. Adams' shot seemed to go wide. Looked like it might have got off of a Rivermen defender. Here's McCormick, tried to chip it ahead. Stewart knocks Boulay down. Back to pick it up is Quincy Cameron. Cameron loses a handle on it right into the side of his net. Stewart now will pick it up. Heads up ice. Stewart by one Voyageur defender. Gains the blue line. Shot wide of the goal. And that'll make its way out to the blue line. Picked up by Stewart. Stewart on the backhand. Spins. Shoots. That's high over the target. Courts tried to keep it in. LeBlanc will. LeBlanc sends it back for Hamilton. Hamilton under pressure by Paul. LeBlanc tries to chip it out. Held in. That's Jacoby. Tried to hit LeBlanc going through the neutral zone. Hamilton first to it. LeBlanc. LeBlanc sends it out. Stewart. 2 Voyageurs. Shot, scores! End of a long shift. Stewart came across the blue line and let one go that beat goalie St. Pierre clean on the blocker side. And that'll square things at 3. So the Rivermen have struck twice here in the first 6.5 minutes of the third period and have squared things up at 3. Referee having a chat there with Tristan Roy at the center dot. Jacoby, Roy, and Shannon. Shannon and Stewart, the goal scorers here in the third period for the Rivermen. Roy, shot off the leg of Nadeau. Nadeau, big defenseman, takes up a lot of space back there. Roy keeps it in. Roy. Jacoby trying to tie that up. Backhand kicked away by Benoit on the short side. Jacoby bumped there. Now up ice comes Daniel Sullivan. Daniel Sullivan from his defensive position fires, and St. Pierre will glove and hold onto that one. Which will bring a face-off to the blocker side of goalie St. Pierre. 12:46 to go in the third. Team squared up at 3 here in the fourth and final game of this preseason jamboree. Shot by Cameron. That was deflected, almost fooled goalie St. Pierre. That's banked off the wall. Boulay, good skater Boulay. He's going to try and get there. He'll get there before it crosses off the side of the net. Boulay. Here's Bass now. Bass in there with Thibault. Big size advantage there for Thibault over the smaller Bass. Doesn't seem to deter Bass because he's working backhand. That was Thibault worked his way out. Here comes Bass now again. Bass is going to look wide, fanned on it as he saw Chasson on that far side. Cameron, he's bumped along the wall. That's turned over there by, I believe that was St. Pierre who turned that one over. He heads off on a change. Out to take his spot will be Hamilton. Montrose overskated that one. Good pressure here by the Voyageurs. Rivermen pinned in their own zone here. That's Cameron battling with Thibault. Paul joins the battle there for the Voyageurs. Montrose. That came out just to the line, not out. Shot. That's turned away by Benoit. Thibault backhands it out to the point here to Levesque. Chasson couldn't get that one ahead for Montrose. Hamilton regroups. Chasson flips it into the neutral zone, back to Nadeau. Nadeau up the wall. That's Chasson, bumps his man. Away goes Daigle. Daigle, man to beat. It's in the slot. Turned away, bouncing puck. Nobody can get a shot on it. Backhand, still banged away. Good defensive work here by the Rivermen as there's a scramble there in front of goalie Benoit. Nadeau will keep it in. As the Rivermen try to relieve the pressure, here's Cole McCormick now. McCormick's shot. Nadeau got a piece of that and sent it up into the glass. Nadeau high, off the glass. Sent his coaching staff ducking there. That's Desjardins, throws it in the slot. Bass finishing up the change for that line. Here's Theriault. Theriault. LeBlanc gets a stick on it. Chipped, not out though. Good play there by the Voyageurs to hold it in. That's Patterson who spins, fires it in. Kai Good now. It's banked back around to Good. That's Sullivan. It's ahead for LeBlanc. LeBlanc can't get it out. As Desjardins was busting in on him. Here's Stewart with some room. Stewart in a foot race. Josh Stewart can't slide it through. Goalie St. Pierre. Good back check there by Patterson. Or that was Paul or Patterson, I believe. Oh, correction, that was Cormier. LeBlanc spins. Sullivan holds it in at the line. Now it's picked up there by the Voyageurs. Here comes Gagnon down the left side. Gagnon throws it cross ice. Nobody there. High shot up off the glass behind goalie Benoit. That's St. Pierre bumped. Chipped ahead, not out though. That clearing attempt by Sullivan, intercepted by Thibault. Tried to get across ice. Here's Sakobi to Stewart. Stewart down the left side. Shot. Nowhere near the net. Off the glass and way down to his own blue line. And that goes for an icing call. .8:07 to play in the third. Rivermen and the Voyageurs deadlocked at 3. Tristan Roy to take the draw. One clean though, back to Nadeau. Nadeau logging lots of ice here, the big defenseman for the Voyageurs. That's out of the reach of everybody and ends up in the neutral zone. Thrown ahead here for Adams. Adams will throw it back to Nadeau. Nadeau up the wing to Thibault. Thibault bumped by Courts. Here's Sakobi now. Sakobi can't get it out. Back for the Rivermen to retrieve that one will be Hamilton. Nice play by Hamilton to sidestep the check. And he'll flip that one and ends up in the Rivermen bench. which will bring the face-off down into Rivermen territory to the blocker side of Benoit. 7:37 to go in the third. Rivermen and Voyageurs tied at 3. Face-off, won again by the Voyageurs. Voyageurs been having their way here in the face-off dot against the Rivermen. Paul, he comes out, tries to go short side. I think Hamilton got a piece of that one. That's Brophy on the far side. Scrambling into the skates now of Roy. Roy, he'll send it up ice. Right on goal, though, as he was trying to hit Sokobi, and St. Pierre will hold on for a face-off. Over the boards comes Bass, Shannon, and Montrose. Kai Good and Daniel Sullivan on the blue line. Bass to take the draw. Bass wins it back. Shannon spins, fires. St. Pierre got the paddle down, and puck kind of rolled up onto his blocker, but he was able to reel it in and hang on for the face-off. 6:58 to go. Teams deadlocked at 3. Shannon spins, fires wide of the target. Shannon, big hit along the wall as he sent his man hard into the boards. Montrose shovels it ahead for Bass. Bass. Sullivan shot. That was redirected off of a Northwest defender. Held in there by Good at the blue line. Bass now. Nadeau will rim it around here where it's picked up by Voyageur. Just got his head up in time as I think that was Daniel Sullivan pinching in from his defensive position. Here comes Sullivan. Sullivan loses it at the blue line. Shannon will chip it in and head off on a change. Baskin on the forecheck. Montrose still in there. Puck sent up ice here to Theriault. Theriault. He's all alone though. Theriault shot, kicked away by Benoit with that right leg. St. Pierre will rim it around here on the far side where it's picked up by Caleb LeBlanc. Caleb LeBlanc. He's rubbed out of the play. He'll hit Roost. Bask in there. LeBlanc bumping there with Roost. Held in at the line. Nice play there by St. Pierre to hold that in. Rimmed around again. St. Pierre will bust his butt to get to that other side and hold it in. Great job there by Hugo St. Pierre. Held in still here by LeBlanc. LeBlanc. Shot. Doesn't make its way through as that hit a Voyageur. Cameron now going to try and keep his man to the outside. Benoit puts a stick on it, gets it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc chips it ahead to Stewart. Montrose intercepts that one. Stewart stays onside. Loses the handle on it though. And the puck floats out into the neutral zone to Courts. Now Stewart has it. Stewart sidesteps a check. Throws that cross ice for LeBlanc. LeBlanc cross ice again. Nobody there for the Rivermen. McCormick overskated that one. Here comes Adams. Adams gets it to Boulay. Boulay's got some room. Courts in pursuit. Boulay shot. Blocked by Courts. Good shot block there by Courts. Took a run at Boulay. Thibault on the short side. Out front. Courts has it. Courts throws it ahead there for Chasson. Alexis Chasson gains the blue line. Chasson puts on the brakes. Loses a handle on it though. Gets it to McCormick. Shot. And St. Pierre got a piece of that one. McCormick chips it ahead. Bounces over the stick of Stewart. Cross ice here for Thibault. Thibault will just send it in. Back there is Kai Good now. 3:39 to go. Teams deadlocked at 3. Back to the point here to Nadeau. Nadeau, shot. Deflected. Don't sure it made its way through to the target, though. Here's Courts now on Boulay. Boulay, that back to the point. Nadeau sets it up there for Patterson. Patterson intercepts it. Boulay has it on his stick, and he gains the Rivermen zone. Overskates it, though, loses the handle. Cross ice here for Cormier. Stewart with some speed across the red line. Good defensive play there by the Voyageurs as Patterson contained his man. Rivermen need to get some changes here. 2.5 minutes to go. Here's Paul. Paul, nice defensive play there by Good to strip that off his stick. Shannon headmans for Roy. Roy down the left side. Tristan Roy. Shot fired, kicked away there by St. Pierre. Shannon working behind the net against Nadeau. Tristan Roy has it on his backhand. Roy, backhand, shot. Glove save there by St. Pierre as Roy walked his way out into the slot and got a good shot away on the backhand. 2:07 to play. Teams deadlocked at 3. Roy to take the draw. Back to Cameron. Cameron will keep it in there and just throw it in behind the goal. Roy will pick it up. Tristan Roy. Back to St. Pierre. St. Pierre one time, deflect in the slot. I believe that was Brophy. Couldn't get his stick loose. Good play by the defender to tie up with the stick of Brophy. Nice defensive play there by St. Pierre. Puck flipped out, ends up in the slot area. Dangerous here for Gagnon now. Gagnon sends it back to the point for Levesque. Levesque shot wide of the target. That's through the slot. Ends up on the stick of Brophy. Doesn't leave Rivermen territory though. 1:19 to play. Rivermen pinned in their own zone, trying to get it out here. Cannot. Here's Shannon now. Shannon will flip it out into the neutral zone and head off on a change. One minute to go. Courts back to retrieve that one. Here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc sets it up there for Roy. 48 seconds to go. Roy headed for the bench. Over the boards comes Stewart. LeBlanc will just send that into Voyageur territory. Back to get it is Nadeau. Now comes Boulay. Boulay ahead for Thibault. Boulay with it back on his stick. LeBlanc overskated that one. 19 seconds to go here. 13 seconds now. Hamilton throws it up the wall where it's picked up by Adams. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And the time runs down. So the Rivermen will escape the weekend with a tie here with the Northwest Voyageurs. And now the coaches have the difficult decision of finalizing a roster. I don't believe there's any overtime in this. Or maybe there is. So perhaps they're going to go with the regular season format of a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Appears to be the case. And after that, it would end in a tie, 3 minutes. So it looks like we're going to play 3 minutes. I suspect it'll be 3-on-3. Over the boards comes Stewart, LeBlanc, and Hamilton. For the Voyageurs, Boulet, Cormier, and Cohen Adams. So we'll have some 3-on-3 overtime, a little bit extra here. Stewart gets it ahead for LeBlanc. LeBlanc on the right side, fires, blocker, save. And St. Pierre was trying to find that one as it trickled down in front of him. He gathers it in. Away goes Boulet. Boulet's got some room. Good speed, good job by LeBlanc here, bound the back check, fire, scores. Boulet from a sharp angle. And with the overtime victory, the Voyageurs with a 4-3 win. So that'll do it here from the Willie O'Ree Center in Fredericton. Rivermen finished the weekend with 4 losses. And now, as I said, the coaching staff will have to finalize a roster, and regular season will kick off next Saturday night at the Miramichi Civic Center when the Rivermen will host the Southern Rangers in the first regular season action